We're going to talk about this because it seems to me that you're still out here comparing the rich versus the poor. And I already made a video about that, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll go ahead and make another one. All right. We're going to do that right now. Hey friend, welcome to my channel, Frugal Freedom. If you don't know who I am, I would like to be your virtual mentor. My name is Izzy. I teach everything that I know about finance, productivity, and well-being. So if those types of things interest you, be sure to hit the like button. Oh, so weird snap. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification because I got new videos coming out every single week. Today's rich versus the poor is more based on philosophies, if I could call it that. I want to express in this video more about the mindset of the rich and the wealthy versus the mindset of the poor and the impoverished, whatever that word is. And I say this because you can be rich with a poor mindset, but you can also be poor or not have the adequate amount of money and get to where you need to be with a rich mindset. Let's talk about it. Number one is the idea that keeping money is actually quite harder than making it. Now, if you want more money, what are you going to do? You're probably going to go out and try to find a better job. You're probably going to try to work another job. But however, you're not realizing the concept that you're dishing out the money that you have now, if not all of it, most of it, with a better job and with more money or a better job, you're probably going to want more things. You're probably going to want to buy nicer clothes. You're going to want to buy a nicer car, a nicer house, all of these things. And ultimately, this puts you in the cycle of needing more money. And we call that, my friend, the rat race. I'm going to throw it out there, and that is my belief that keeping money is actually quite harder than making it. I make money all of the time. I struggle with keeping it. There are things that I would like to buy. There are things that are out there, especially with music gear. I still find that I want to buy music gear. So I make a little bit of money and I'm like, okay, I can buy this with this. But I still struggle with actually trying to keep the money that I have in my pocket. And I know that's crazy to say as a frugal person, but it's something that I'm working on. Now, you should be focused on making more money, but in the meantime, you should also be learning the discipline of keeping the money in your pocket. Number two is to create more than you consume. If you live in America, you know that we as Americans live in a high consumerism economy. This basically means that we buy things more than we create things. Wanting others to view us as high status, whatever that looks like, we go out and we buy the nicest cars, we buy the nicest things, we buy the nicest everything. However, friend, I want to encourage you to create more than you consume. Now, I don't mean go out and build and be the next Microsoft. However, I want you to start focusing on growing your income, putting your money into income producing assets so that those assets start to pay for what it is that you want. Instead of going out and buying a car with the money that you worked hard for, why not put your money into something that's going to ultimately pay for the car that you want? That's my idea of producing more than consuming. Number three, the rich understand the value of time over money. If I actually ask the average person why it is that they work, majority of the people would say, hey, I gotta pay these bills around here, man. I gotta fund the things that I want. I gotta be able to do whatever I want. And I get it. Bills are a part of everyday life. You're gonna have to pay bills in order to live in this world. However, I have witnessed people work 3 jobs, give all of their time to a job just to pay bills, instead of putting all of their energy into one job that pays well so that it covers everything that you need to do and then some. Also, you should be focusing on optimizing your bills because you don't work to pay bills. I don't work to pay bills. I even don't work to buy the things that I want. Even though I do buy things that I want, I don't work to do that. I work to buy myself time, because time is your greatest asset. Okay? You give 8 to 9, sometimes up to 12 to 16 hours to your job, and you just spend it all on paying bills. I can never operate like that now that I know and understand financial literacy. I work to buy my time back. Most of my money goes into me not having to worry about clocking in for someone else later on in life. It's because our society has placed high value on working yourself to death. If you're not up doing something every hour or every single minute of your life, you're lazy and you're a waste of time and you're a waste of precious life. I mean, they don't get that crazy, but the idea is that you should always be productive and always be working and always, but rich people understand that money is an illusion. And it's not about working hard, it's about working smart. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't and you're not going to put in extra hours, but it does mean to be smart about your time and protect your time. And that's what the rich understand. So all of their money goes into buying more time for themselves. Number 4 is understanding the importance of trusted advisors. Growing up, your parents were very adamant about who you hung out with. I hate to admit it, but they were on to something. In everything that you do, please understand that in order to be successful, you cannot go about it alone. You're going to need the help of others. However, you cannot take everybody with you. You're going to need people with just a little bit more experience than you that are at where you're trying to get. I listen to and I only pay attention to people that do, and I put myself in a position for them to teach me what they're doing so that I can then do it and teach to you guys. Each one teach one. Don't listen to everybody, because not everybody has the best intentions. And even if they do have good intentions, not everybody really knows what's going on out here. You want people that are actually doing the things that you are trying to accomplish. But listen, you don't even have to know them. All of my mentors that I pay attention to pretty much don't even know I exist yet. But you need a mentor. And the reason being is because a mentor will help lessen the curve. A mentor is somebody that has been where you've been, then took the road that you're trying to take and can guide you into the right direction so that you don't make the same irrelevant and redundant mistakes. Number 6 is being a linchpin. Now, what is a linchpin? A linchpin is a person who is a vital asset to a complex situation. Put it like this. If you have a job and you get low pay, chances are you can be easily replaced. However, if you're higher up in the chain, you get paid more because you're a vital asset to the system of that company. So by becoming a linchpin to your job or even just society, you become a vital asset. And this is one of the things that rich people know. By becoming a linchpin, you're seen as more valuable, and people will pay great money to keep you around. And lastly, number 7, or I did that backwards. And lastly, number 7 is the habit of analyzing and adjusting. I've witnessed a lot of people become what's called failure conscious. These are people that only focus on their failures, and they say things like everything happens to them and all bad things happen because they're a failure. However, the rich analyze their failures and adjust accordingly. They become what's called success conscious. If something doesn't work out, then let's figure out why it is that happened and really go in and adjust, and so that we don't make this mistake again. That way we can figure out if we need to do something different or slightly different, or just leave the problem altogether. I used to always blame my jobs for not paying me enough. But upon a lot of self-awareness and introspection, I realized, why should they? Okay, at the end of the day, I was always the one that was trying to do anything everybody asked me to do, but I was scared to try new things. I was always comfortable with making this much and not realizing that every time I had an opportunity to make this much, I was always scared to try it because I'm like, wait, that's way too much money for me, even though it was probably the adequate amount of money. Well, that's all I have for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below and share your thoughts. And also, if you have any other topics that you would like me to cover, please let me know because I'm happy to see those below as well. Alrighty, friend, I've been your virtual mentor, Izzy, and as always, and until the next video, peace.